This is a Sandy Boy Productions podcast.
I started picturing like how I would tell people that I DNF'd.
Yeah, me too.
I started picturing it in my mind. I'm like, it's fine, you know? It was your first try. It just wasn't your day. Welcome to Finish Lines and Milestones, a podcast for everyday runners. I am your host, Allie Bretnacher, and if you run, you're a runner, and every runner has a story. Join me each week as I share these stories and we celebrate finish lines and milestones together. Happy Global Running Day. It's a day that I'm actually not going to run, but I celebrate nonetheless. This is a special recap episode of the Full Mo, my very first ultramarathon. It was a 50K with my coach, Rachel Sinders of Rachel Michelle Running. So we start off the episode by talking about the training leading up to the race. We get into the race. We talk a little bit about spectating at the Carmel Marathon. We try to remember and congratulate and shout out as many people as we can. But after we stopped recording, I realized we didn't shout out Vince Auten, who just became an ultramarathoner as well. So congratulations to Vince. Brian Stoffel, Rosie's dad runs. He did both the Full Mo and the Carmel Marathon. Same with Ryan. And I want to congratulate everybody who raced this weekend. So just know that if I forget, it's because I have a horrible memory and a lot of this blurs together. So we did our very best to give you a good recap. And I'm also writing one that I will record when I finish that as well. So I hope you enjoy this conversation with my coach, Rachel. Hey.
Hello, Allie.
Hello, ultramarathoner.
Yeah, right? That's your new title, too.
It's weird.
Pretty cool. It's still like sinking in that it's over and it's done.
I know. Yeah, I agree. It's weird.
It's always sad. Like I almost texted you on like Monday and said, I'm sad that it's done. Like I'm happy because I loved it.
Yeah.
But it's sad when a race is done. Like the whole weekend itself. It's just a letdown afterwards.
Yeah, the post-marathon blues are very real. I've been looking through pictures and videos and writing my race recap, and that's kind of helped me stay in the moment and relive it a little bit. But yeah, I mean, we haven't talked since the race outside of texting. So
yeah, we're going to get into it today.
Let's do it.
Yes. So first, I kind of wanted to go into just our preparation for this 50K race that we did, training-wise, what it looked like, nutrition, hydration, just everything, because this was new for you, this distance. So it was a matter of like building off of your half marathons that you had in the spring, and then mid-March, late March, deciding to do this race. So it was like, all right, how can we build now from there? So, I mean, I think some of our episodes we did talk about what training looked like, but this past month would have been like the peak weeks of training, in which we both did a 22-miler for the peak week of training. So how did you feel about that one?
Yeah, it's so interesting. I remember my mental state being so weird about going out to run, like the furthest training run I'd ever run in my life. You know, my brain is so mean sometimes. But you and I kind of agreed up front at the beginning of the training that it would all be easy miles for the long runs. And that helped a lot mentally. Physically, I'm sure I could have done some workouts, but it just felt more enjoyable just to get time on feet. So my 22 miler was okay. I shared some miles with Hallie Patel, not the first 9 she did with me, and then the rest I did by myself. And so that was kind of hard. I listened to an audiobook. I felt pretty good until maybe I don't know, we had talked about how we'd done a 15 miler, we'd done an 18 miler. It's like, what's 4 to 7 more. Yeah. But by the time I got to that point, I was pretty beat. So I did a walk run for probably the last, 5 miles or so. But I got it done, and it was an average overall of about 10:30, which is really what we were targeting.
Which we did. Yeah. And really the goal for that 22 miler was to maximize time on feet, which is what you did.
Yeah.
You got a good long run, lots of time out there on your feet, which is what you need to prepare for an ultra distance.
Yes. Yeah. I wish it would have gone better, but I had a couple other long runs that went well, and I felt strong. And as everybody knows, like not every training run's going to feel amazing. So
exactly.
I didn't let that get me too down.
Yeah. Yeah. And just knowing that we are going into this with the plan of finishing as our goal, having fun is our goal, easy pace. So Yeah. I thought it went well. And then after that, we did, is it 15 we did the week after?
Yeah.
And I think you were alone for that one too, right?
I was, yeah. I remember that one I felt really strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember like your last mile was really speedy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that felt good. You know, it's always good for your last run to feel good. So you can kind of go out with the bang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then that led us to the week before, which was a shorter 9 miles long run. And then it was into race week, which little workout early in the week. And then it was really just all about extra rest and some easy runs in there and focusing then on carbing up and nutrition, which is always a challenge.
Yeah.
Always.
The other thing that we wanted to mention too was about the like practicing on our long runs with some of that, like talking about nutrition, and the hydration vests, which I ended up buying the same vest that you have, the Salomon, what is it? The Ad Skin 5 or 4? 5.
Yeah. Which is great because it has the 2 bottles in the front, 2 soft flasks in the front, and then you can also add the bladder. So I don't know about you, but in my soft flasks, I put a carb mix drink.
Yeah, I did. So for training runs, I did Element in those flasks, and then I also bought the bladder because I wanted to have a lot of water. And so I had that with the Element in both sides. I don't think I ever drained all of it, even in the race. And then on race day, I had Tailwind in one because I wanted more carbs, which I do Tailwind a lot too. So it wasn't like something completely new.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I use Precision Hydration drink mix, which in one serving is 30 grams of carbs and then 500 milligrams of sodium. So that's what I did on race day as well, which I think is great. I struggle to get down enough carbs via gels because they're just not always my favorite. So I love the option of having carbs in with the water.
Yeah, agreed.
So yes,
Absolutely
we both
agreed.
practiced that with our vests and wore those then for the race as well. So now,
and then leading up, you did 3 days too for the carb load, didn't you?
I started on Wednesday also. So Wednesday would have been the day 1 of our carb load for both of us. I was a little light on my first day. I didn't track like precisely on Wednesday, but I did Thursday, Friday. I probably got to like 350 on Wednesday of grams of carbs.
I was surprised at how much I was able to get down, given I've been having appetite, stomach issues based on like some medication stuff, which I think maybe we touched on last episode, but I was worried I wasn't going to be able to eat enough. But I had to force feed myself bagels, but I made it happen.
Ugh, bagels. I can't even think about them right now.
I know. I was like, I don't want to ever eat another bagel, or at least give me a few weeks off from bagels.
Yeah, we had some out on the counter on like Monday morning, and I was just like, I can't look at these. Justin, you're not going to eat these, right? And he's like, no, I can't look at them either.
Yeah.
So I mainly ate, what did I eat? Bagels, pretzels. I drank Gatorade. I drank that mango smoothie drink. I love that stuff. It was good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bought this is how just embarrass myself, but I ordered from Instacart the like naked mango smoothie drinks. And I thought I was ordering small ones, and I clearly wasn't paying attention to the pricing.
Yeah.
And I ended up ordering like 3 gallons of this mango smoothie.
I think there was like 8 or 9 servings in one bottle.
It was insane how big those were. And when I got them, I was like, okay, I'm clearly not going to use all this. I'm going to have to drop it off. So I dropped one off for you and one for Becky. I would have dropped one off for Renee had I accidentally ordered 4.
I didn't realize you had 3 of them.
Oh, yeah. Yep, had 3. So I dropped one off for Becky too. And I almost finished that whole thing actually. I really enjoyed using that as part of the carb load.
Yeah, that was really helpful actually. I would do that again for sure.
Yeah, same. I did Gatorade too. I did some Body Armor a little bit, some Coke, regular Coke.
That's a good idea. I didn't do that.
Yeah, and I did Pop-Tarts. I love strawberry Pop-Tarts.
Yeah,
so.
those are good.
Yeah. Those are really nice. People should know too, where I get my carb loading plan. I think you do this too, is featherstonenutrition.com. She has a calculator that you can use to say, here's my race distance, here's like the pace, whatever. And it'll tell you how many grams of carbs you need to eat.
Correct. And it's like a 3 or 2 day carb load as well. I think for an ultra distance, it recommends the 3 just because it would be an astronomical amount because it's already 500-ish.
It already is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's shocking when you put it in how much you need. But yes, I recommend that calculator to all my athletes because it's so easy. It's straightforward, tells you what you need to do. She also has great recommendations too on her website for carb loading options and if you need help there too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So pasta, it was manageable, really. It just the last day was the worst. Friday, I was just like, oh.
Yeah, I did not want to eat another bagel. I was just, it was tough. But yeah, we got it done. And then I think we both had the same pre-race meal of pizza.
Yes, I had pizza Friday night. And I got like Greek's pizza and their like crust. They had a large amount of crust, so I was maximizing that. Like, and then my daughter Claire didn't eat her crust, so I ate extra crust, and that was perfect. Yeah. I think that was good. My one issue is, and I want to like actually message Megan Featherstone because doing all this carb loading is quite different from my normal diet, and I think it upsets my stomach some, like, because we can talk about race day and I had some GI issues, and I do wonder if it's like I'm not eating my regular diet that usually includes a good amount of vegetables, so then I'm like off, my normal cycle. If it's just like that impacted my GI issues, I don't know.
You'd think the carbs are so bland.
I know. It shouldn't be upsetting to your stomach. But I think it's like I'm not as regular on all those carbs. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
yes, absolutely know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just hard because, it's like we stress, like, practice what you do. And you should, I guess I should listen to my own advice. We should practice on long runs, like mini carb loads maybe too.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Because I don't practice that and I should. And then it comes to race day and I'm doing this carb load and it's so far from my norm that it does have some different implications, I think, that can be negative to the stomach.
Yeah. I don't know, but you've carb loaded before like that for a race. So it's just so interesting.
I think we can get into the race here soon, but I do think it was just like an early start.
Yes.
And just that I don't normally get up at 4 a.m. And my body's used to going regularly closer to 7 or 7:30. And that was when we were at about mile 9 when it hit. Okay, so I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We should start with, I guess, race morning.
Yeah. Race morning. Yeah. I woke up at 4 as well.
Okay.
That's when my
felt
alarm
like a good
went
amount
off.
of time. So for those of you listening that aren't super familiar with the full mo, so it's an out and back course. So we were able
to point
out and back. Yeah. Point to point. It's a point to point course. So there was an option to meet downtown Indianapolis and take a shuttle the 31 miles north. But thankfully, we had Becky's husband was willing to drive us to the start. Most people don't want to leave a car at the start because then you do have to drive back up there and get it afterwards.
Right.
And it was great being dropped off because we didn't have to think about where to park and where to leave our car. Like,
it was so nice.
Yeah. I felt very spoiled that he was so willing to help us out.
Yeah, on his birthday. That was so nice.
On his birthday, yeah.
Yeah, well, when we got to Becky's house, we met at 5 a.m. You, me, Renee, and Becky. And then we did the thigh tattoos, which you did not partake in.
I know.
But you did do the eye glitter.
And I had several other tats on me. Like,
oh, yeah, a couple of my mantra tattoos are still there.
Yeah, I had to take mine off yesterday morning because I had some school events going on and graduation last night. So
you're like, I don't really need tattoos
for all the pictures. But yeah, maybe next year I'll do a thigh tat.
I mean, now I want a real one.
You
Kinda.
guys looked pretty badass.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we did that. And then, I mean, it was really quick. Then we turned around and left. And I don't think any of us really went to the bathroom, right? Like, no, Becky had
did.
maybe.
Becky did. She said
lucky
she got,
Becky.
yeah. Right?
Yeah, we were like, okay, well,
yeah,
we'll see.
So I just was like, maybe, like, we got to the start, we went to the porta pots right away, and that was nice that they had a few others set up out, because Greek's Pizza was pretty crowded. We didn't even go inside Greek's Pizza there.
Yeah.
We just heard that the line was pretty long, and so they did have some outdoor porta potties that we used.
Yeah.
Which was quick and easy. We didn't really have much time at the start. It felt like we got back from the
not at all.
bathroom and then all of a sudden it's like go time, which maybe I would have liked a little more time because there were so many people there that I knew that I never saw.
I agreed.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so weird to me that I was like, oh, it's only, 215, 225 people. Surely like the people that I want to see, I'll be able to see. And it was not the case at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a number of people that I was like, yeah, because then we didn't run with them. They got ahead of us or they were behind us. We never saw them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. It is weird how that worked, but okay, now we know.
Now we know. I mean, it was fine. Like, I don't actually love getting super early, but yeah, there were just people it would have been nice to say hi to.
Right. And I would have thought that my nerves would have taken care of my bathroom situation because usually I get like a nervous stomach a little bit and that helps me like get everything out before I leave. But that wasn't the case. You and I were like, damn it, this didn't work.
I was so annoyed. Yeah.
We were like, what's going to happen?
Like, I just knew it was going to hit later. Like, there's no way it's not. And yeah.
Yeah. We'll get there. So okay. So now, the race.
Yeah, the race, 6 a.m. We were off from Sheridan, and those were our fastest miles of the day.
Oh my gosh.
I think mile 2 was our fastest, so don't do what we do.
Yeah, literally the only advice I ever give people too about racing is like, just don't start too fast.
Oh yeah,
and
that's like the number one thing, right? Like,
right. We talked about it too, and I told you about that guy I met at the expo and how he was like, you can't win in the first 10 miles, even if you're trying to win, and I loved that. I'm like, you're right. Yeah, we'll just, and it didn't feel insanely fast, but it was a lot faster than what we needed to be doing. That was for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't look at my watch at all, so I didn't really know.
I meant to ask you because you kept saying like, tell me when we're at mile whatever. What did you have your watch setting on? Like, what was on your
normal?
So you just weren't looking at it.
I just didn't look at it, and I didn't want to look at it.
Okay, I thought you just didn't have it on. Like, you just had it on the time or something, so it wasn't there.
No,
okay.
I had, you're right, because I had you or Renee remind me when it was like every 3 miles I wanted to take fuel, and so that's why I did that, because I didn't want to look at my watch and then like look at the pace and have that like impact me at all. I just didn't want to look at it, and I don't think I looked at my watch. I mean, I might have looked at it out of just like, when it buzzes, sometimes it's like the automatic response, maybe a couple times, but yeah. It was nice. I didn't want to have to, I really wanted to make the transition from being like a very uptight, serious, like road racer to truly an ultramarathon where I wasn't caring about time at all, where I wasn't thinking about it. I just didn't want to care about it. And that's hard for me to do. So I was really intent on that. Yeah. So then we can talk about how we didn't really discuss pace with Becky and Renee. We should have had them join for this. That would have been fun. We should have, although because it would have been impossible to get us all together probably. But because obviously that we shared a lot of the experience with them. But I forgot. I think Renee said something first. Like, so what are we thinking, guys? Like, can we break 5 hours?
Was it mile like 4 or 5? You think?
Yeah,
like
it was pretty early.
Uh-huh.
I was doing my recap and like looking at the course map and trying to figure out, like, I was like, where were we? We weren't around anybody else at that point. It was just us. And so, yeah, I think it was like probably 5 miles in or so. I think it was before you and I went to the porta potty.
Yes. It was
for the first time.
It was before that. Because it was definitely before that.
Because it made us freak out.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it might have been Renee that was like, yeah, I'd love to break 5. And then Becky's like, Yeah, I did 5:01 2 years ago, so I would really love to do, sub 5 this year. And I'm like, and I was kind of watching my watch, so I knew we were consistently around averaging like 9:15s for the first section there, but I knew we're going to be I thought we're going to be stopping at aid stations. Our pace is going to slow. Like I had no goal at all time wise.
Yeah. I said under 6 hours just mainly because I just didn't want to be out there all day. And that seemed really reasonable. But not in a way that I was like, oh, I've got to, I'm going to look and make sure I'm under that. Just, it was kind of like one of those things where you're like, okay, here's like what I'm thinking, because people ask like, okay, when do you think you're going to be here? And I'm like, well, I'm probably going to do between like 9:30 and 10-minute miles, and then I'll stop. So, whatever. So, yeah. I do want to say too, I mean, Becky and I had a conversation after the race, and she felt bad. She was like, I'm so sorry that, and it was like, there is no like a zero hard feelings at all about how we ended up.
Absolutely not.
Getting separated. You and I, after we hit an aid station, over the Portillo's Bridge, like the next aid station.
The aid station before that was where your sister was, the athletic annex one.
And there was no bathroom there.
And there was no bathroom there. And that was when it was starting to hit bad for you. And
I did not feel good.
Yeah. I was still okay then. But
I remember Larry being like, hi, Allie. And I was like, hi.
Yeah.
I mean, I like hugged my sister and like fist bumped my brother-in-law's sign. They made a sign from Project Hail Mary that said fist my bump, which if you haven't seen that movie or read that book, you should. But anyway, it was so sweet of them to do that for me.
And it was because they were out there at 6:45 in the morning too. Right,
which is early for them. They don't have kids. Yeah. So they got up early for us. And then I didn't even see Gareth at all.
No.
He posted a picture that I was in, and I was like,
I saw that after the fact too. And I was like, because I was convinced he wasn't there. I literally was convinced. I didn't see him. He was taking pictures, so he must have just been like focused on.
No, he said he was right there. He said hi to me, and I was like,
"Oh gosh,
wait, what?" I didn't realize how out of it I really already was, just not feeling great.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, it's 8 miles into a run. Like 8 miles is not nothing. But yeah, so I felt bad because I missed him at the mini too somehow. I don't know. I'm like, sorry, Gareth, you're just invisible. Like, how do you blend in? I don't know, but I love him and I felt bad. But anyway, so yeah, we didn't stay super long at that aid station.
Because we had partially Becky and Renee, and they were wanting to get going.
They still wanted to like keep moving. And so you and I were kind of just like, okay, trying to trot along for a while. And then I think it was right after the next aid station, after we crossed over 32 over that bridge that's by Portillo's. And we were at that next aid station where we saw Timmy Howard, who takes photos.
You're skipping the part where we left
the porta potty
to get to the construction zone.
That's
porta potties too.
Oh, that was before that.
Because at that point, I was like, it is hitting me too. Like, I gotta go. And then I think Renee was looking up on her phone that really handy the
spreadsheet
Sara Farney made, and she's like, yeah, there's not a bathroom till mile like 14 and a half. And I was just crazy. Like, I can't go that far. So yeah, the porta potty was good, but then for me at least, I was still in so much pain.
It's like broke the seal. We were joking about like, oh great, now like that we started going to the bathroom, now it feels like it just wants to go.
It was so bad. So then we got over the bridge past Portillo's, and then that was the Westfield Run Club stop, I think. Right? Where you turn, where it's the Quaker Park, if you go straight and turn to stay on the Monon. I remember then being like, I am in so much pain. I have to go to the bathroom still.
Yeah. Well, and you and I had like a sidebar because we had fallen behind Becky and Renee at that point a little bit, and they had stopped and waited for us.
Yes.
And you and I had a discussion where I said, Rachel, I am not going to do that. I'm just going to tell them that that's not my plan. And it's not, I mean, maybe I could have, had I wasn't feeling good. So that didn't help, but maybe physically I could have, I don't know, but that's not really what I trained for. And it was also just not what I was expecting at all. And an hour is so different.
Oh my gosh.
In
yes.
running. Like that is such a huge like night and day in terms of what the race was going to look like. So
I just,
so we just
knew
said
that like some of those aid stations were stocked with people that we know well. That I wanted to stop and talk to them and like have fun, where they pretty much just went on past. I don't think they ever stopped.
Yeah.
So
they just crushed it, which is amazing.
They did. But I'm glad that we had that conversation and we were on the same page. They wanted to go for this time goal and we were able to like discuss it and and just divide and conquer. It was like, okay, you guys go. We never had we didn't actually speak the words like you leave, goodbye, have a great race. Yeah.
I tried and Becky's like, no, like we're in this together. But I don't think she realized how bad we were hurting at that time.
Yeah, because I stopped and went in the woods at one point and I'm just like, I can't keep up.
Yeah. On the detour is really where we like let them really go.
Yeah. It just kind of happened naturally because
did.
I was feeling terrible on that detour. Terrible.
Yeah. Me.
I mean, I was like, I have to walk I have to walk. Like, because running just made it worse. And that was only mile like 14 or 15. And I remember thinking,
remember we saw Lena? That was during the detour.
Yes.
And her dog, Gertie, got mad at you and almost bit you.
I know.
Sorry, Lena, but Gertie did get mad.
I was trying
like
to
a little
be
terrifying.
Friendly. I was trying to distract myself with Gertie, and
she didn't like it at all.
No, she did not.
And then we saw Cam, and then we saw Brittany Cother.
Yes, I know. I apologized to Brittany too. I was like, Brittany, you saw me at like my absolute worst. Like, I'm so sorry if I was not friendly to you because I just had to get to the bathroom.
Right. I know. I faked it when I saw Lena. I faked it when I saw Cam. I faked it when I saw Britt. I was just like, hey, we're great. This is great. And it was not great.
No.
So,
We got to, so then after we got back on the Monon after the detour, and then that's when the bathroom, the actual bathroom that's just north of Greyhound Pass was right there.
Yeah.
And that was life-changing.
That was life-changing. It really was.
In so many ways. Because not only
such a bonding moment.
Yeah, I mean, we went into the bathroom together. I'm like, just ignore whatever you hear.
Brace yourself. Brace yourself. Here we go.
But also, that's when Lindsay Welty went into the bathroom too.
It was so perfect.
And I had been wanting to run with her. But again, she was someone that I never really saw at the start much of because it all happened so fast.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that at the start. She was like right behind us, and she had said she was going to run with us.
Yeah.
And so I kind of kept glancing back a little bit, but I think
we went out too fast, and we
went out so much faster than what she was expecting too, because we weren't expecting that either. Yeah. So it was kind of like whoops. And so she was behind us because she had already run the 31 miles to Sheridan, which is insane.
Yes.
People did what they called I don't know if they called it the double mo officially, but it was 100K where they started at midnight, ran to Sheridan, then started. So we also forgot to mention Jeff Walker at the beginning too. We got to see.
Yeah.
And he won Prairie on Fire. He is going to the World Championships for Backyard Ultras this year.
Cool.
He's like,
if you watch him run, he just looks like,
oh my gosh,
he looks like it's so easy. Like he just goes and goes. And
it was so fun to see him and hang out with him for a little bit because I never really had met him officially. So that was cool.
And also we met some other guy, like the Michigan guy who was actually
Toby.
from Germany. So we talked to some fun people along that stretch up in Westfield. When it was a more quiet stretch, there's not as many people out, but it was fun to talk to some of the other runners.
Yeah, and then Kate Fisher, who had won the giveaway that I did for the entry, and she was really sweet. I almost forgot about that. And of course, Logan and Nora were around us kind of at the start too. But yeah, so once we went to the bathroom, that's when the race changed completely for, I think, both of us.
I mean, we stopped at the aid station then for the Orange Theory had. They had these amazing cooling towels.
Oh my God, God bless them.
I refilled all my liquids and got some, I don't even know if I took any snacks there. I ate
a pretzel, I think.
But Lindsay was there then, and we were like, okay, we're going to run together now.
Yes.
And that, my stomach issues went away. It was great to have her company. We were just like, we're fun running this now, and we're going to enjoy this. And I'm not going to focus on the fact that I feel awful because it finally went away, and we could just enjoy the day. So that was really about halfway when it turned around.
Yeah. I mean, and also because I think we knew at that point, Renee and Becky were off.
Yeah.
And so it just like the pressure was off. And there was no part of them that was like trying to pressure us. I mean, Renee was so great about like, what if you can, like being really encouraging. But I just was like, well, I don't want to is kind of like how I felt.
Yeah.
So, it all worked out great.
And two, I just knew that
God.
from that point on, I knew there was going to be a lot of like people we know along the course, like not only the aid stations, but I had like my husband and my son were out, and I had some friends and my mom, and you had your dad. So that mentally helped a ton. And just knowing that we were going to have some support out there.
Yeah. I also forgot to mention our race day outfits because we had these Kelly green tank tops we all matched. We wore green and black, which was fun. I loved being able to match. I've never, well, I shouldn't say never. I have done that kind of, but not to that extent.
I think it needs to be a thing more often. I liked it.
Yeah.
And I like.
Well, it felt like we were a team, you know? It was kind of cool.
And I like in the pictures too that we are matching. It's fun.
It's cute. Yeah. So, okay. So then right after that aid station with Orange Theory, that cooling towel I still have. Like I carried that with me the entire race.
Me too.
For anybody listening who, ever has an aid station at full mo, like that was a godsend. And then my dad was like right after that because he was on the bike before we got to Justin because I remember that.
And that
but
was
I don't remember
Justin
exactly
was right,
where I saw him.
It was right between Greyhound and 146, just right along there. He appeared.
Yeah. Yeah, he appeared. He was like, it was kind of weird because I literally feel like he appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
I don't remember him biking to us. It's just all of a sudden he's just right there. And
he was there.
Yeah.
I remember like seeing him up ahead and being like, Dad, like, I mean, I knew he was going to try to come out, but I didn't know exactly where. And so it was nice because I remember feeling some anxiety about not feeling well and like not wanting him to be there when I didn't feel good because I didn't want to talk. I just wanted to like sit in my absolute like misery. I didn't want him to have to like when we were walking and suffering and like trying to go poop in the woods. Like I didn't want that for him. Although he's all too familiar with that, so he wouldn't care. But it was just like, okay. So it all worked out perfectly in terms of where he met us. And then right after that, we saw your husband.
Yes, Justin and then my son Owen were right there. So that was a good pick me up. Right at
he had your face on a stick, which was great.
That sign is so old. That is from like
it is.
Like
it says 26.2 on it too.
Yeah, it's from like 2020, I think. He had to dig in the attic to get that out. So I appreciated it. Yes.
Yeah, it was cute.
Then we had, what was next? Probably like Jennifer Connor and Jason and Ashley, their fun confetti.
Yes, because they were before we got to Midtown.
Yeah, they were right at Hagenberg, right there.
Yep, right where the trails converge, like right under that tunnel. And it was the best surprise because they had the confetti cannons, which I've always wanted.
I know.
To be
I loved that. They're so fun. I was so glad that they were out. That was a fun. It was surprise. So cool. Yeah.
And seeing Jason and that was so good. And Jennifer Nye was with us right.
That's what I was just gonna say. So Jennifer Nye was, I think, maybe ahead of us the whole.
Yeah.
And then we kind of caught up to her, or did she catch up to us?
No, because I think she went when we first started because I started behind her and Matt, and I have a video of that. So I think they had gone ahead and maybe we caught up. I actually don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think she was pretty much running solo because Matt stayed way back with like Trent.
Yeah.
So I think Jennifer was really on her own for most of it, and then we kind of saw her a few times then after that. So I was glad to see her too.
Yeah, same. So that was a huge pick me up. I don't think I ate anything there.
No, I don't think so
we had
either.
just and then we made our way into Midtown. That was like our stomping grounds too because we meet on Fridays and that's where we run is that Roar Road entrance to the Monon. So it was like, okay, now this is a stretch that I've run like a million times. It's no longer new territory. It's like this is my hood.
Yeah, so Midtown was like Carmel Runners Club was there. And Hallie and Suketu were there.
Yep. Karen, I remember seeing Karen. Karen Kirkpatrick was from Carmel Run Club. I gave her a hug.
She was there, yes. And then one of my good friends, Brooke, and her husband, Wade, they were there too. So I was excited to see them. So that was a fun little stretch.
Yeah. Yeah. That was nice.
And I forgot to say my mom too. I saw my mom and she had 3 friends with her.
Yeah.
Yes. And she had signs made too.
That was so sweet.
Yeah,
Yes.
she was so sweet.
Yeah, it was so good. And yeah, so we still had Lindsay, we had my dad, we rolled past the Carmel Cop slide. I don't think my dad had seen it yet. So I was like, look how crazy that is.
I still need to look up this Boston Cop thing.
You haven't seen it?
No, you were talking about it.
You should watch it. You should watch it right now.
now. Okay.
You should watch it right now. You should pull it up and watch it.
Seriously?
So quick break in the show to tell you that this episode is in fact brought to you by my coach Rachel Sinders, Rachel Michelle Running. If you are curious about what it's like to work with a running coach, hopefully these episodes give you an idea of what my relationship with Rachel is like. But you should head to rachelmichellerunning.com, or you can follow Rachel on Instagram at Rachel Michelle Running. I highly recommend joining the team. It has helped me so much in my running journey, and now I have a great friend out of the deal too. Now back to the show. You should watch it right now. You should pull it up and watch it.
Seriously?
It's so funny. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll take 1 second. Just search on the internet Boston Cop Slide,
You can
and it'll
keep talking.
pop up at
'Cause
YouTube.
At what point did we find Mitch?
He was after my dad had left. He was after the Fisher's aid station, so after the Monon Center, but not that long after. Like I felt like it was really nice. We got my dad for
Oh
probably
my God,
5 miles.
I'm sorry. I just watched it. He's going so fast. Okay, sorry.
See, now you're going to understand what I mean when I talk about that slide.
Okay. Sorry.
The sound it makes.
I
and
didn't have the sound on. I just had it on mute.
No, listen to the
Hold
sound
on.
and listen to it. We'll do it one more
Okay.
time. It's the sound
Turn the
is
volume
key.
up.
Jesus, it's so funny.
A Boston police officer was injured after going down
Oh my God.
That poor cop. But I mean, other people have gone down that slide and experienced like the same thing.
Now
but
I
that
cannot
video,
think of that when I see the Carmel
Exactly.
one. Yeah.
because you're like, this is gonna do that to somebody, which who knows? But it's just that video is so good. Anyway, so we ran by that, and then the farmers market at the by the Palladium was in full swing, which was kind of cool. Mm-hmm. We didn't stop at that bathroom though.
Nope. Because we
Nope,
were good.
we kept going.
I never
Yeah,
had to
we
go
were
to the
good.
bathroom again after Greyhound Pass.
I didn't either, right? I don't think I ever.
We
even
never went
pee.
again. Nope.
So weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that first third of the race, what I've told everybody about my race, I was like, the first third was like, or almost half actually.
It was
It
half.
was like absolute hell.
It was.
It really was not good.
And then it totally turned around. It was like a whole new race.
It really was. Yeah, and I think one of the things that I will say too, just about ultra running, I think now in general, and a quote that Shea Aquilano told me that I mentioned while we were running, which was it never always gets worse, meaning like it can't just keep getting worse. Like if you rest, if you fuel, if you hydrate, it is going to get better.
Yeah.
If you go to the bathroom, it is going to get better. And so we did experience that. And
I
so
like
somebody,
that.
or Ashley Haynes was like, yeah, welcome to ultra running.
Yeah,
You like
I'm
feel like you're going to
trying-
die and then you feel great.
I'm trying to see what Lindsay Welty said. Yeah, she's like, you just had to suffer a little before that to get the full ultra experience. Because I said, things really turned around when we saw you at mile 15. And she's like, well, you had to suffer to get that full ultra experience. Like,
Right.
That's
yeah.
so true.
I mean, I knew it was going to be hard, but I didn't expect it to be hard for the first half.
Yeah,
I thought the
that's
second half
supposed
was
to
going
be
to
the
be
easy
awful.
part.
Yeah. Like we're supposed to be feeling great and all like, chipper
It
and
is
spry. And
actually really funny that it happened to like both of us. And then we felt
I'm so glad. I mean, I don't wish that on you.
No,
but I'm glad we were in
same.
it
But
together.
and then we both felt okay at the same point too. It wasn't like
Right.
one of us still felt bad, and I would have waited for you, of course. But like we were
Yes.
both good, And
Yeah.
it's funny how that worked out.
Just weird. I mean, thank God. I mean, that's probably, thank God, literally.
Because
like,
when I
for
was
that,
in
because-
we were in a dark place, and I was thinking, how am I going to get through this whole race if I have to go to the bathroom?
Oh, I thought
I
I
can't.
started picturing like how I would tell people that I DNF'd.
Yeah, me too.
I started picturing it in my mind. Like, I'm like, it's fine. It was your first try. It just wasn't your day.
Because I was
through that.
like scared to take gels then, because I thought if I take something, it's going to upset my stomach more. But thankfully,
Yeah.
I was able to get several more gels down, and it was all good.
Yeah. And then around mile 20 is like, I was looking forward to the Fishers Running Club aid station the whole time because I had spectated there before. the first time I spectated a couple years ago. And I do remember seeing Becky when I was there. And then last year I spectated at like mile 27 with Athletic Annex. But the Fisher's Aid Station was amazing. What did you eat there? Do you remember? Did you eat anything?
I did. I had watermelon. Watermelon never tasted so good. I mean, I remember like telling them like, thank you so much for this watermelon. Like I was so excited. And then I was running low on gels, and thankfully they had some Never Second gels. So I did grab one there. That's all I ate. I don't think I had any food. I never had any, besides the watermelon, I didn't eat any food the whole time.
Yeah, I only had watermelon and then like pretzel, like a pretzel or two here and there. Okay. Did I drink some Coke at that aid station? Maybe. I might have had a shot of regular Coke. I was offered Fireball and I was like, I was just going to
say, you said shot and I was like, the Fireball that they had out? God. No, thank you.
No way. And yeah, I remember seeing Tammy Morante and she was there and being like, yeah, thanks for the watermelon, you know, hugging Alan and Sarah and Carly. I mean, everybody, it was just
Angela
so
was
wonderful.
there too.
God, Angela, who runs with us on Fridays. Like she
is like, she's the nicest person in the world. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, such a great cheerleader. Yeah. So, and that's when my dad had told me a little bit before that he was going to make it to the Monon Center and then he was going to leave, which worked out great. It's like he shepherded us there. And then shortly after we left.
We found Ashley right before the Monon Center. She was running north and found us. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot that was where we found her.
She was just north of the Monon Center. And then it was so funny. She found us and started running with us. And she's like, where's Lindsay? And Lindsay was right there. And she's like, I'm here. I just have a hat on. And she didn't recognize her.
It was like Lindsay was like in disguise.
Yeah, you'd have thought. And she's like, well, you're wearing a different outfit than you were. Because Ashley ran part of the midnight run with her. And so Lindsay had changed clothes and put a hat on.
And worn a hat.
Yeah.
Which she never does. And Ashley has run.
Like, where's Lindsay?
I forgot about that. That is so true. It's so good. Yeah. And Lindsay's like, right here. Just wearing a hat.
It's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, Ashley helped pace Lindsay in a 100-miler last year, which is just,
they are both. Yeah, just this past January.
Oh, it was January. Oh, it wasn't even December. It was January. Yeah. So both of them are just nuts. They're like true ultra runners, and which I mean, I know we are too, but
they're next level.
Yeah.
But having Ashley was amazing too. Like, especially those last 5 miles. Like, I was like, I'm just going to keep following you. Just keep running and I'm right behind you. Like, I loved it.
She's the best. I know. I've run so many half marathons in particular with Ashley and a marathon. She helped me when I did my PR, right? She helped me PR. Yeah. So she's, such a good friend. The best. So that was nice. Yeah. So we picked her up. Then we made it to the Fishers because Timmy was there. Was he?
I don't think
we have pictures somewhere. No, it must not have been there. Yeah.
I don't think he was there.
No, I think you're right. I think we didn't see him again until Broad Ripple. Yeah. So then where did we find Mitch? We found him. We crossed 86th Street with Mitch.
But right around 111th.
Before.
Just after the Monon Center.
Yeah. It was like, it's so nice because, my dad got us there. So, it was funny.
We got Ashley.
Had the worst. Yeah. We got Lindsay. We got my dad. We got Ashley. And then we had Mitch, which Mitch Rector is part of the Monon Track Club. And he and I met running the DC Rock and Roll Half Marathon. Like, literally, I saw his tank top and was like, oh, are you from Indianapolis? And he was. And we ran the whole race together. And since became friends. And he told me before, he's like, hey, what's your pace? I'm going to try to come out. And sure enough, he came out and ran. How many miles would that have been? He took us to 75th Street. So
that's like 3.5, 4 miles.
Yeah, like 4 miles or so. Yeah. So that was really nice. And
that was great.
He was fresh legs too. So I feel like he kind of helped us like keep some momentum in running. And then we saw Tracie and Margo. Who else was at 96th Street? Lena again.
We've forgotten to mention her. She was everywhere. I mean, we mentioned
we probably saw her again before that.
I meant to text her before this and say, how many times did we end up seeing you? Because I lost count.
Probably at least 4. At least 4. Which was awesome. Thank you, Lena.
Yes, so she was there. Tracie and Margo were there. That was great.
Yeah, that was nice. I filled up. What did I do there? I think I don't know. I remember the cold towels from Tracie and Margo. We got pictures there with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
Then we
96th
went on,
Street.
Then we crossed 86, and somehow
And
we got lucky that we didn't have to stop for the light. And you and I were like, we were hoping to stop.
I know. I was really like looking forward to that little break where I could stop for a second. So then we were like, well, why don't we just walk then? Like, we wanted that break.
Well, and then there
like,
was that stop right there, which was like the Dailey family, right by Big Lug.
That's right. Yep.
One of the Daileys, Trent, was there with some other family members.
Yes, Trent, because I thought he was Todd, because they all look like the same.
Yeah.
I'd never met them, so that's my excuse there. Yeah, that's right.
And then we carried on. With Mitch and Ashley and Lindsay, so it was 5 of us.
Oh yeah, and we played the game. We started playing a game because Mitch had asked. He said, "Hey, you guys like play any games to like pass the time or whatever?" And I was like, "Oh, I'd actually just seen a post about like the alphabet game, which is something that Whitney Bevins taught me a long time ago, and where you like pick something each mile to like look for that starts with the letter A or whatever." And so
we said how to say hello or like a greeting.
Yeah. So it's like aloha, bonjour, ciao. D was hard, and then it kind of fizzled out. I can't
turned
remember.
into a lot of like F-bombs and like
it was just
like different
just trying
ways
to make
of
stuff
hello.
up.
Yeah. It didn't. I think we stopped at like I or maybe.
Yeah, we were like, okay, it's great to see you. It was fun actually, like to do something like that.
Yeah.
Just to kind of pass some time. Yeah, and then Mitch got us to 75th and took a bunch of pictures, which was so nice. And then we were in Broderpool, just like that. And then it was my old stomping grounds. Did you ever live in Broderpool?
No.
We
lived in like Castleton after college. I don't know why.
Oh, Castleton. Weird.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean,
it was cheap. Like we had no money.
Yeah, that's
so
probably
it was
why.
Cheap.
Yeah. So that was kind of fun. It was fun for me to like run that stretch again because I used to run that all the time. Training for like my first marathons was where I ran.
Fun memories.
So that was cool. Yeah. The river was really high. I remember talking about that.
And then
talking about Brick's ice cream and how good that would have been.
Yeah.
A little bit not dairy, but maybe some sherbet or a popsicle would have been great.
We got to the stop there, the aid station.
Yes.
Timmy was there.
That aid station. Timmy was there.
Who did I talk to?
I don't
Some
know.
very nice gentleman was like,
Yes.
I'll fill up your water bottles for you. And like literally took them and filled them. I don't know who he was. He was so nice. It was so helpful.
Me either, but he poured
and
water
then he
on
poured water.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I threw water in your face, which was fun.
It was great. It was much needed.
Felt so good.
And then we crossed that bridge and had a photo op with Timmy.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then shortly thereafter, he's like, the kids are up ahead. And that phrase didn't register to me at all until we saw his wife, Stephanie.
Yes.
And his their 4 dogs.
Their 4 kids are their dogs.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's what he meant. The kids are up ahead.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I just didn't even, I was like, I don't know what he's talking about.
So
like there's kids. I don't. Yeah.
I knew what he meant because I've heard him say that before. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're not thinking straight when you're 25
No.
miles in either.
Yeah. I don't remember. I remember getting close to crossing the marathon point and like trying to pay attention to that. Like when
I remember
we
saying
marathon?
I just crossed the marathon.
Okay.
Or I'm at 26.2. I don't remember where I was, but
I remember at that point looking at my watch to see the distance, and mine was different than yours.
You were
which
like,
was
I'm not
annoying.
there yet. So
Yeah, I was annoyed at that, but it ended up when we got to the finish that my watch was pretty close to the actual distance, but which because I was going to be really irritated if it didn't give me the 50K distance.
Yeah.
I was going to be like
God.
really pissed about that.
Yeah.
But I also didn't want to run for like 2 or 3 more minutes when I was after the finish line.
No.
So I was like, I don't care that much, but yeah. So Broderpool is good. That was definitely a highlight.
Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Yeah, the water felt so good.
Past that, it's starting to get blurry now. Uh-huh.
Yeah, we were at the park and Trina and Johanna were there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I remember
Canterbury Park?
First, I think I saw my brother-in-law and my 2 nephews. They were at like 46th Street.
Okay.
And then I think Canterbury Park was shortly after that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or is it the other way around?
I don't know.
I don't know. But
yeah, my brain definitely starts to get like, oh, I don't know when any of that
it does.
happened. Yeah.
So yes, it was great. I think I had some Coke that Trina had brought, so that felt
Oh yeah, it was cherry Coke though. That threw me off a little, but it was still good. And I had pretzels there. We also, I forgot to mention Levi Benton. We saw quite a bit, even at the beginning of the race. I remember chatting with Levi, who I met originally on the internet, and this was his first 50K as well. And he was having hip issues. And I feel like he was steady doing like run walk, and we were with him a lot of the way too.
We were, because we were running, but then we'd stop at aid stations. So we would like find each other again.
Yeah.
So that was good. Yeah. And then we caught back up with Kate Fisher too.
Yeah, at some point, for
sure. She was there
yeah.
all of a sudden next to me. Around that, maybe around the fairgrounds or something that happened.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. At one point around there, I think we saw Lena again, and she had BioFreeze spray, and that felt amazing.
That was good. She sprayed our calves, or you sprayed my calves.
I sprayed your calves.
Okay.
I was having some
so
like pain in my posterior tib tendons, and I sprayed, and that was like life-changing for me. So I am making a mental note of that.
Right. Put that at an aid
often.
station. Or using it for sure.
Yeah.
What else happened in that time? Like when we were just in those, because it was pretty sunny, sunny after Broader Bowl. Mm-hmm. So it started getting really warm. We just kind of kept plugging away. And the aid station for Indy Social Run Club was before where it was last year, where that aid station was last year. It was a little sooner in the race. I don't know what the mileage was. Or maybe it was the same. It was just different on the course.
They were
because
around
of
mile 28, I think.
Okay.
27 and a half, I think Abby said, or 28.
Okay.
They were great. Like, they were
really
so
good.
Decorated, so fun. Like, I'm not surprised, though, but she went all out.
Right. Yeah, it was like a little tiki bar.
Yeah.
And who do we have there? We had Lauren Court, my friend who I ran the mini with.
Kaylee was there.
We had Kaylee with Katina, her daughter.
And then Abby, of course, and her husband.
Abby, of course. And my new friend, Charlie, who's this guy who I met at the expo at the Mini, who came up to me and said, I listened to your podcast. And I was like, and so I saw him. It was nice to see, his face and like remember. I was like, I remembered his name. That was good.
Yeah.
Because that was really sweet. Having those moments. There was another lady earlier on who was like, I follow you on Instagram. And I was like, thank you.
Aww.
I always feel kind of awkward in terms of like, what to say. So I just, thank you, I think is what I'm
pretty sure Timmy was there because we poured more water on our heads and he captured that too.
Oh yeah. And the orange, because he's like, Allie, have you eaten anything today? And I thought it was a weird question. I'm like, of course I have, Timmy. Like it's a ultramarathon. Of course I'm fueling. And he was like, no, I mean, I haven't taken a picture of you eating anything yet. And so I put my mouth on that like giant orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was funny. They had oranges there that weren't peeled or cut. Because I was like, I don't know. But
I guess if you wanted to take a whole orange on you while you while you ran, I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyway, or maybe they had some cut up that I didn't see. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I was delirious.
Exactly. Me too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
then
The
we
water felt. I think
carried
I
on.
accidentally dumped almost dumped some.
I dumped on you, and you were like, "Wait a minute, what was that?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure it was water. I think it was water."
I never felt sticky, so
Yeah,
I'm sure it was water. Yeah.
So that was good. There was one more aid station after that, which was I think it's called Horizon School.
Yes.
And
there was another woman who had a little table too, like soon after that. I remember, because I remember not even stopping for that.
I don't remember that. Okay.
Yeah, it was at an intersection at one point.
Okay.
Yeah.
That Horizon School, they were great because she had that megaphone out and was like yelling, like pumping us up. So that was fun because that was like, I don't know, a mile and a half to go, I want to say.
Right. That was when you could start to see like the downtown. You could see Salesforce Tower in the distance. And so you're like, okay, like we're really getting close.
Yeah.
Yeah. It felt, that because we had 2 miles to go. I remember her saying that. And me thinking like, that's so far.
It's so far, but it's also not at the same
it's like
time.
So close. I'm like literally out of this whole day. I have like 20 minutes left to run. Like just, so every couple minutes I'd be like, okay, you did 10% of what you have left. And like, I keep doing that in my mind, like that running math where you're like, okay, now and then I remember Ashley saying there was 10 blocks to go and me thinking like, what's a block? Like I thought, does that mean like a mile? Like it's a block, a tenth of a mile?
Yeah,
and then I just didn't know.
Of a mile. Yeah.
But we had more than a mile. It was weird. I don't know. It didn't make sense to me, but I was like, okay.
Just trust.
I still didn't look at my watch because I didn't want to like count down the seconds because that would just make it go by slower. I think, for a while. I remember as we got close to the finish, catching up to you guys, trying to anyway, like catching up with you and Ashley, because you were not super far in front of us, but like enough to where I had to kind of like hustle to get
up. Yeah.
And then Lindsay was obviously beat because she is running 62 miles instead.
Yes.
And so I ran up, and when I caught up, I told Ashley, I was like, Ashley, Lindsay's behind us. And so we switched. So you and I got to finish together, and they finished together, which I thought made sense anyway. But I do remember seeing Jennifer Nye again, and she was in front of us.
She was right in front of us at the finish.
Yeah. And you were like, let's catch her. And I was like, no.
That's just the road runner in me coming out.
I know.
And the last 1 minute of the race, I'm like,
I know.
This is what I do.
You're like, okay.
This
yeah,
is what
right.
I do.
Like
I want to, But we didn't catch her. It was fine.
No. She crushed it, and it was fine.
Yeah.
And then, then you make a right turn. You're still on the Monon, which I didn't realize that's how it went.
No, it goes straight. To go to the
it does
actual
go straight.
finish of the Monon is 10th Street, which is straight. You turn, and it's called the Monon Loop, I guess.
Oh.
So to go to that park.
That.
So this was the first year that they had, as far as I know, that they had the finish at that park.
It was, I think you're right.
Because typically it goes a little bit more south to Bottle Works, but you have to cross like 2 more intersections to get there. So I think mileage-wise, he didn't need it this year. And it was like, this makes way more sense to not have to cross any more intersections. And the park was great because the water.
Phenomenal.
A little splash park there. That felt so good. So
we crossed the finish line, and we got... TJ gave us our medals.
Yep.
I remember thinking he was really good about like just putting medals on people. Like he was just on it.
He was right there.
He was right there. And then the Fishers Running Club was right there.
Yes.
And I remember then seeing Becky and Renee, who I had texted. Actually, we had texted a little bit during the race as well.
Yeah, they had let us know when they finished and stuff.
Yeah. And then I immediately needed the water. I felt like, people, you're hugging people, saying hi. John Kuhn. I never know, but I know it's Kuhn.
You're gonna be
he
like
had his camera.
You're gonna be in his video a ton. He was in your face a lot.
Yeah, there was a camera there, and then Timmy was there, and then he was like, "How do you like all the cameras in your face?" And I was like, "I gotta go to the water. I gotta get some water."
I remember just really wanting to take off my shoes too. Like I was like, I cannot get my shoes off fast enough.
I can't remember if it was you that said that, and then I was like, I immediately need to take off my shoes. I also don't think you and I hugged at the finish line, which is weird to think about.
Because we got our medals, and then everyone else was right. Like
everybody else hugged us.
We needed a picture of us hugging at the finish.
I know, and we did not have that because I just didn't. I mean, it was funny. We just got into the
mix
crowd
of it all.
That were there, and yeah. And then my shoes were off, and I was in that splash pad with my socks on, just waiting for that stupid bucket. If people know, like a splash pad like fills up the bucket and it dumps over. I was like, I'm gonna stand under that, and when it fills up, it's gonna come on me, and it's gonna feel like And then it missed me and hit Eileen, who was standing next to me, and I was so mad. I was so sad. And then I didn't have the patience to wait again, so that's when I was like, okay, guys,
we're laying down.
Let's lay down.
Yeah.
Let's show what it feels like to finish an ultramarathon, and that is like you're face down on the cement in water.
Yeah, felt good.
And that was funny. It felt so good. I remember saying that to TJ, we should always finish here. And he said, yeah, we're definitely going to make sure that this is.
Because not only that, but it was so entertaining for people who brought their kids. It was like pure, like
it was a park.
Free entertainment,
way better,
than just standing around. So I had Justin and Owen were there to see me finish too. And Christi Dee, of course, was there too.
Yes.
It was good. I waited.
Yeah, we didn't even mention Christi at the start because she was there at the start. She'd just gotten back from Africa.
Yeah. The night before.
Yeah.
Which is
the
crazy.
night before. It's insane. Yeah. Yeah.
It was good.
So.
Did you have any of the sliders?
No, remember I couldn't eat. I just wasn't. I just took me a while. I had a butterscotch.
Okay.
I ended up getting Portillo's after I went home.
I had 2 sliders maybe.
They were Ruth's Chris sliders.
I remember thinking about them while I was running, and I was like, I'm gonna get these at the finish because usually
I didn't even know they were there.
Usually I'm not hungry either, and I wasn't really. I just like forced myself to eat something because I knew I would
smart.
need it. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. As we're talking about this food, I'm like my stomach is growling.
I know. I'm hungry too.
Yeah. Well, you and I both got on the PT tables, which was
Yes.
nice. My PT, who was
Yes.
Mike, was there. And I remember sitting down and like immediately being like, okay, am I in line? Like, can I get in line? I need to rub my feet. They hurt so bad. I didn't say that when we were finishing. That was really the most pain that I had, was just the bottoms of my feet were in so much pain.
Mine was like, so my toes are pretty beat up. Like I have probably 3 different blisters. It's nasty.
I don't have any, Rachel. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I do wrong. I wear shoes that are big enough. I don't know.
Well, it's weird because I got a couple during training.
Yeah,
I got
remember
one in
that.
the arch of my foot and then
Yeah.
on my baby toe on my right foot. No idea where that came from. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
Was I running weird? I don't know. But I was so worried about getting blisters and I didn't get any.
Mine, it was bothering me during the run, but not like to the point where I needed to like take off my shoe.
Yeah, because
while
I don't
was
remember
running.
you saying anything.
But
about it.
afterwards, I was like, oh my God. And now they're sore because there was blisters and like some are like bruised. It's a whole situation. We don't need to go into it.
And let's show us you are chafing. Like I got a Band-Aid
I got
here.
chafing here.
mark.
You know, sports bra chafing. Thankfully, no chafing on my like lower half anywhere.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, thank goodness. So,
But that's
and
the
then
worst
it was
of
done.
it. Yeah,
That's the worst of it.
I went over to Tyler, the Cairo Tyler. He's great too, and he helped my back a ton and my hips, and that felt great. So I love that they have that there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I loved seeing Eileen at the finish. She crushed it too.
Oh my gosh, she did amazing.
She did so amazing. I'm just happy. She's coming back from injury and just a whole lot of other crap. So that was really great to see that she had a good race. And then Brittany Cother was there again at the finish.
Yes.
And I remember I walked out with her kind of as we went to Justin's car. Yeah, we probably stuck around for at least an hour, if not over an hour, because I remember getting to see Gretchen and Bridget finish, the twins, Gretchen Hercamp, who was on my podcast, and her husband Ryan was at the finish too. But I remember seeing them finish, and I have that video, and I think it was like 1:30 maybe. I don't know, but we were there. We were at the finish for a while.
We were.
It was nice.
Yeah, I know. You were like Justin was ready to get going home. I know. I probably would have stayed a little longer, but it was fine because
That's always
it's hard to leave, but once I got home, I was glad to be home and showering and like just laying vertical.
Totally.
Horizontal.
Yeah, I remember
horizontal.
Laying vertically, standing. I remember calling Zach because you took me then to go get my car from Becky's house, and then I was like, you said that it was really close to Portillo's because I was trying to go through in my mind what is close, where can I get a cheeseburger and a milkshake and French fries, and so I ended up at Portillo's in the drive-thru, which was so funny because in the drive-thru you can see the Monon. You're right next to the bridge we ran across hours earlier, which was kind of funny. I had to make small talk with the guy at the drive-thru because my food, they were making the food. And he's like, oh, you've got like glitter on your face. And I was like, and I had my medal on still. And I was like, yeah, I ran a race. And he's like, oh, so then he's asking me about, I'm like, well, just ran from Sheridan to downtown.
You just casually dropped a 50K on him.
And he's like, oh, wow, that's a lot. And I'm like, yeah. And then I don't know. It was funny. So
it's one of those things that, again, when you talk to runners and tell them you did a 50K, they're like, oh, cool. But then when you tell like a real person, they're like, what? You did what?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's weird because I feel proud of it for sure. But like, because people were like they did the double and then they did the marathon, or they did just the single and they did the marathon or the half marathon.
Yeah.
I was like, just feeling like, how in the world can I possibly feel like 50K still isn't enough? Like, that is so funny, but I'm just coming to terms with it and be like, I feel like I'm not a real ultra marathoner still, which is kind of silly because it's like, yeah, you are. Yeah. You ran an ultra marathon, therefore.
For me, like, one of the most like freeing things was that, we said we're not going to go out with a goal time and we're just going to run for fun. But like, and I have said that before in a marathon, that I'm just going to go and have fun. But I still can leave disappointed from a marathon because I have that comparison. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I ran it for fun and I did this X time. But in my head, I'm like, but I've done it this much faster before. So for me, this was like so freeing because I'm like, I don't have a comparison. Like, I don't even know what time we had. I can't even tell you exactly what our time was, like our official finish time.
I looked it up. I forget what it was, but ours is the exact same. I remember.
Like 5:40-ish something.
5:40 something.
Yeah.
Like 5:40-20 maybe, but I remember looking at it and being like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
When I went to look it up, I had no clue.
You know, if that had been any other race, I would have my time memorized, and I would be able to tell you exactly afterwards how I did and how it compared to other races and what my average pace was. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't even matter.
It was such a good exercise for me, really.
Yeah,
I mean, all around. I'm really glad that I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to do it for a long time. I would do that again. It's not something I don't know if it's something I would do every year necessarily, but I would
totally do it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I also just think we got really lucky with the weather too. Like,
also that, because if it was 90 degrees,
it would have been a totally different experience. You know, being 55 at the start, like that's pretty awesome for May 31st in Indiana, and it didn't feel that humid either.
Right. It really never felt that bad.
It really was just the last couple miles that I was like, okay, the sun
it was like,
really...
I feel like I'm baking now.
Yeah. I don't know. And just, again, shout out to TJ and the team, because they do a really good job with their races. I mean, they think of everything. It is well organized. And I know that it's not just TJ. There's a group of people behind him that put a lot of effort into the race.
Yeah. I remember thinking, like, just all the email communications leading up to it.
Yeah.
Very well communicated. There was a video of the whole course you could watch, which I didn't actually watch it. I kind of forgot to watch it, but I might go back and watch it now.
You should.
To see if it
and TJ narrates the whole time, and he's just like, he's so entertaining. So
yeah, I love that. So
yeah, go back and watch it. It would help with your recap, remembering.
It would, because then I can remember
the
who I saw. Yeah, because I'll forget people, and that always drives me nuts. Because I'm like, well, I don't want to make anybody feel bad. Like that wasn't important. It didn't like impact me seeing them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like I saw my old boss. I just remembered that. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. My first boss out of college was walking down the Mona. I forgot to tell Zach, too, because he worked for him as well. So anyway.
Another runner, too, Kevin. He's like the real estate agent on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. He's been so sweet.
So nice.
Yeah.
And he came up to me right away and was like, you helped me so much that final stretch. Like, and I'm like, I didn't know I helped you, but thank you.
Right. Yes.
You know, it's just,
so
we're all in it together.
Yeah. Yeah. So congratulations to all.
Yes, absolutely. And now I feel like I'm pretty recovered too. Like,
you know what's interesting?
I feel okay.
I felt way worse after like the Marine Corps Marathon last year. Like I was way more sore. I think it's just, I don't know what it is about. Maybe it's like the stopping and starting.
We never went faster than a 9-minute mile, you know, so that's not that fast.
Yeah, I did. Went to Sweat House on Monday, and that was so nice. I dropped the kids off at camp, and I went right to Sweat House, and it was glorious. I felt like my body had been craving that. So that felt nice. I got a massage yesterday.
Amazing.
A 90-minute massage.
Amazing.
Or 80 minutes, but whatever. Amazing. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah. I'm
still tired. I still feel like a little tired, but yeah.
It was just
now it's Global Running Day. So happy
it is.
Global Running Day. And I'm not going to run.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Athletic Annex event tonight.
I want to come. I might come.
Just talked to Christi Dee about maybe walking or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But not.
I was like, I must still be a good runner and take my recovery.
Take your recovery seriously. I know. So I just told her I'll get some movement in, but it can be a walk or something and short.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should come if you can. So
I might. I might take the girls to the pool today though, so we'll see.
Okay.
This afternoon.
Yeah. It's really nice out.
Yeah, it's so nice. So, and then quick shout out to everybody who did Carmel as well.
Absolutely.
Because we got to cheer.
That went so well. That was a fun day to be spectating. So happy for Jay and everyone that the race went so well. And really, truly, really, some people had some really good times. Like, again, the weather worked in our favor. I mentioned for the full mo, I need to shout out Jennifer Nye and Matt Mitchell, another of my athletes. He did the double mo. And then for Carmel Marathon, I had KJ ran, and he had a 13 to 14 minute PR, which is huge.
Jesus, yeah, it's great.
My friend Christi Dee, who I also coach, she had a very up and down training cycle. So her goal was like, I'm just going to go out here and finish it, which she did. So proud of her because she's a mom and a doctor and wears a lot of hats. So to be a marathoner on top of that takes a lot. And then, of course, my husband, Justin, who also had a PR that day. So
yeah, it was fun getting to cheer for him. It was really fun getting to spectate and like have a little aid station after so many people did that for us. Like I really loved it.
Yeah, I know. I wish I jumped around a whole bunch. So I was at the start, then I went to mile 4, 9, 14, and then I made it out to 20 to see you guys.
Yeah,
so I didn't get to spend as long there, and then I went to the finish too. But I would have loved to spend more time there because it was so fun.
It was really fun. And my girls loved doing it. They just, so that's really.
It really does. The FULMO and all the great aid stations makes me want to be out there for more races to be supportive when I'm not running.
It is fun.
It
is. And you just see you just know how much it means. And then being able to return the favor is nice. And it's fun. So it wasn't as hard. Like I pictured myself not being able to get out of a chair. Next day.
I actually felt,
I was fine. I was on my feet.
I walked down the stairs and I didn't even have to hold on to the rail. Like this is good.
Well, I still did that, but I kind of.
It almost got a little worse by Sunday night for me, and then better after that.
Yeah.
So
so we did it. Whoop whoop, and then everyone. I don't know why people are asking me this, and it's not like a dig on anybody, but people are like, okay, so like, what's your next race? And you're like, I just finished an ultra marathon, guys.
Yeah.
But I'll probably run on July 4th. That's probably my next race.
Yeah, I guess that's mine too. I've been kind of saying, I don't know. I really don't know. I did sign up for the Carmel Freedom Run, but I assume you won't be around here.
No, I'll be up at Lake Wawasee, which I know some people now, like I've started, now that I know more people, when I go up for the run there, I know more people at the actual run.
Fun.
Which is really fun. And their prizes for age group awards are always hilarious.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of almost why I do it, because I think it's so funny and fun. But it's an 8-mile race. But I had to go pretty fast to win my age group. So we'll see if I do that this year or not. But it'll be fun.
Cool.
Yeah. So our next catching up with Coach might be a week delayed, but we'll have to do it before I go to Greece for my 40th birthday.
Yeah. So fun. When do you leave?
I leave July 11th, the day after my birthday. So, and we're going to Santorini. So anybody out there who has Santorini recommendations, feel free to send those my way. But
so fun.
Just excited for like a relaxing vacation is the purpose of it. So, hooray.
Much deserved. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll figure out the next one and we'll talk soon. Yeah. Thanks to everyone for listening. This is a little bit longer than our norm, but we had a lot to talk about.
But so was our race, so.
Good one.
Thanks. Happy running, everybody. See you later.
Bye-bye.
If you enjoyed this episode of Finish Lines and Milestones, head to the show notes and sign up for weekly email newsletters. They come out every Friday. They have stuff about my own personal running journey, the latest episode, my favorite products, and I try to make them not suck. So that would be the best way to support the show. If you already subscribe, feel free to share, rate, review. You know the drill. Anything you can do to help grow the show would be much appreciated. But thank you so much for listening. And I will have my regularly scheduled episode on Friday with Whitney Haynes from the Mother Runners. And I think you're really going to enjoy that one. And again, happy Global Running Day. I actually think I'm going to go to the pool instead of going to the Global Running Day event at the Athletic Annex. So I hope all of you who go enjoy. Run some miles for me. All right. See you Friday. Bye.